And we are live. The Last Word with Lord Cognito and Ebontis. Friday morning campfire. What's going on, E?
There are ships blocking out the sun. There are ships hovering over Neptune, or let's see, Titan's methane waters. But before we talk about this game that we've been having so much fun with this week, we've got an awesome guest joining us this morning, part of a cool crew. So let's bring her into the campfire and pull up a seat.
That's right. All right. Welcome to The Last Word, episode number 111. It's another glorious Friday. We're back in front of the campfire for some more looter shooter discussion. I'm extremely excited about our special guest, so we're going to get right into it. I want to introduce a lady whose overall passion for RPGs and the Destiny franchise is truly resolute within our gaming community. Whether it be her super chill streams or playing Destiny in Japanese, she's definitely a personification of a hardcore gamer. Introducing the creator and host of the ChibiKim Twitch channel and proud member of the iconic Team Resolute clan, the Queen Bee of Destiny, and our very own Food Gardener of Salvation. Live from Chi-Town and making her first ever podcast debut at the campfire of The Last Word. My girl, Lady ChibiKim. How you doing, sis?
Oh, God, I am doing wonderful. Good morning, guys. I am so honored to be on your show. Thank you for the intro. I love it.
Absolute pleasure to have you. We had to get this done, you know. I had to throw the Queen Bee in there because I caught the little Kim reference.
Exactly.
You know what? Funny story about my name, too. It was actually based on the rapper, but I did it in Japanese.
Right, the Queen. But otherwise, you're doing okay.
I am doing wonderful. It's, we're doing this from work, so it's nice and quiet here. And I thought, you know what? I've never done a morning podcast. Let me just bring my Chromebook here when we can just set up at work. And I'm sitting out here. It's raining, and I'm like, oh God, I've never done a podcast in my life before, so this is exciting for me.
Debuted at The Last Word.
Sneaking it in at work. That is the privilege we get this morning. She's doing that podcast from work. She said, "Bosses, no, I got stuff to do."
That's why she's she's Queen Bee. That's why.
Exactly.
She can do that. So let's set it off, man. What do we got for Lady G?
Well, we want to get to know you a little bit, and I know I asked you a couple questions, but our community wants to know as well. And I asked you one question, so I got to jump on this one early. Just a quick idea of like what got you started in gaming, and then I know, but I'm gonna let you say it. We got a game we got to talk about. What's near the top of your favorite games as well? So, few top games, and how did you get started in gaming? How long you been holding that controller?
Oh, God, I've been holding that controller since I was like, what? I'm trying to remember 6, because, my mom got me in Nintendo, and the first game we had out there was Super Mario Bros. Now I just play that for hours, and then a few years came around, and then we got the Super Nintendo, and that's when I really got addicted to video games, especially RPGs, Final Fantasy 3, and then my personal favorite, it is still to this day, Chrono Trigger.
Wow.
I was outside. That is like the best RPG of all time for me because I love the story, the music, the characters. There are different endings to that game, and I loved it so much that I still have the original. I also bought the PlayStation version, so I have like 2, and then from there, it was mostly Dreamcast. I had a lot of Dreamcast. And, oh God. But, the kid in me, I wasn't a kid, I was a teen. My dumb butt sold those games, and I miss my Dreamcast so much now. Power Stone, of course, was my jam on the Dreamcast.
Go. Let's go. Beautiful.
Yeah. PlayStation, Final Fantasy 7, and then move on. Yes,
here we go.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted
Oh God.
Metal.
Oh man, there we go. Then we get some crazy action clowns in there. Gotta mix it up.
Mhm.
Sweet Tooth.
Yes.
God, I love that one. And then
Mhm.
there was PlayStation 2. I'm trying to remember. Well, now I remember PlayStation 2. I bought Onimusha with Jean Reno.
Ooh,
Well,
musha. Shoot, dog.
we need to bring that game
got
back.
the
I'm
ninja
sorry.
happy too now.
It was like Red Samurai Resident Evil. Ooh, it was nice. Like that one. Mhm.
PlayStation 3. I don't remember much PlayStation 3.
Mhm.
I don't remember anything about it at all, except that it was blocky and heavy. But then
You ain't like the George Foreman grill. You must have.
Hey, that Foreman girl had a
cover, man. It was like, who made
hey.
this?
Without the
Who thought-
Foreman girl, we don't get The Last of Us. So that
is true.
That's
That is
there.
true. Oh God, that
Had the
is
Spider-Man lettering on it. Remember the little PlayStation with the the little text. The font was similar to Spider-Man, even though it had the George Foreman grill. But continue.
It's I
like-
missed out on that era. And I know it had The Last of Us on there, but I didn't get that until 4 came out. And that's when I got into Destiny.
Ah.
Talk about it.
I said to myself, I was not going to buy a PlayStation 4 because I was not feeling 3. And when Destiny came out and they showed what you could do, going to different planets on your different ships and arrows and 3 subclasses to choose from and superpowers, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm in. And so I have not stopped playing ever since. And
Wow.
so I come home, that's the first thing I do, fire up Destiny.
Why
6 years
Destiny?
of
Why?
Destiny in the veins, man. Yeah, seriously.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
What made it so addictive to you? Why do you keep coming back?
I don't know. It's the thing. It's great about it. Mostly when Destiny 1 came out, I was a Titan main. So I just love the weapons, the designs of the armor, the exotics, just the planets, the different planets you go on. They have their own kind of aesthetic and look and feel.
Yeah. Good point.
Something about it is just beautiful, and it feels like, am I playing an MMO? Or am I playing a PvP shooter? It's got that nice mix of everything that I enjoy, and then is it a fashion show?
Oh
With all the
Yes, it is. Yeah, there's dressing for sure.
The shaders. Woo! Shaders. That's, I don't know. And that's what got me addicted to that game. Because you never know. They're always throwing in surprises too. Especially the Whisper of the Worm thing. That was unique and cool. And
classic.
don't forget, if you guys remember, we had this thing where you had these like little space herpes that came out of nowhere. And they were just circling your head. That was really cool.
Remember that?
He just about lost his coffee. He just about had Cognito spit it out.
Yo, that was quote me if I'm wrong. That was right before Wrath of the Machine, I'm gonna say. Right?
It was. Because we're keeping up to date with like these little blogs.
Yes.
The conversation between Cade and Zavala.
Yes.
And we were just, I was sitting there reading, I was like, is this gonna go away eventually? Because I don't know what was gonna happen. But it was just the little Siva thingies. That was so cool.
And like certain people had certain ones, and like, yo, if I beat it with you, I could get this one, you get that one.
Yeah, everybody was trying to pass this thing on like it was like a virus.
She said it kind of was, though. It kind of was. You're right. Oh man, classic.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, get it popping, man.
Yeah. So I gotta take it back because you blew past Chrono Trigger, and I don't get a whole.
Yes.
I gotta go back. So I don't want to spend too long on it. I know we usually go Destiny, but I gotta get a little bit in here. So I know you mentioned like definitely for the story as well. And I was just curious, like for me, one of the things about Chrono Trigger that I've never seen anybody ever do, and it's like the team up attacks. So you had like Chrono with his sword and Robo shoot the laser, and then Frog like go spinning, and like the triple trifecta attacks and stuff like that. And I was just kind of curious If there's any like specific attacks that you like the most, and also since it is a game about a whole lot of time travel, which time was actually your favorite?
Oh, let me see. Well, my favorite attack, I think it was the one with Chrono, Merle, and it was either Chrono, I think Luca and Frog come together. Yeah, because Merle was ice, so Luca was fire. And I think Robo, and they would all form this like little tornado spin.
Nice.
And it was like a little, I think it was like fire spin or something like that. And it dealt multiple damage. And then Chronos, my favorite was Chronos, like it was almost like a final Dragon Ball attack. Like he would just set off this giant like bomb and it did massive damage. And my favorite era was, of course, Magus's past. And I loved how gorgeous that city looked and the music to it. And, how, you saw things from his perspective when he was a little boy and how his sister was going to be, like, I think she was going to be sacrificed for something. And his name was, Janice, I think he was. He was a boy. And he came in and they affected the time to it or something like that. That game is just what I like about that game. You go into the past, you affect their future. Luca's mother and how she lost her legs. The first time I did it, I wasn't able to put the code in, so to stop the machine from making her mom with her legs. I was like, oh God, I felt bad about that. But that's the thing. I love the replay value of it, and that was something that was kind of rare in the Super Nintendo game. Affect anything you did in that game, and you could make it right. And that's what's so great about Chrono Trigger. And I will still play it to this day if I can get my PlayStation to work.
You can actually get it on Steam, so that eventually I'm going to replay it over on stream. For me, I got to get through it again too.
You and E are out besties with this game. Chrono Trigger. I watched him bro.
I was like,
4 hour about this. So right now you are besties. I love it. Continue.
I was like, I don't see a whole lot of people just specifically be like, oh yeah, Chrono Trigger. I'm like, okay, we got to talk for at least a minute. But
no, it's a classic though. It's a classic. I got to give y'all credit because when I do ILP and I do gaming history, it comes up. I think what it is, obviously, like Final Fantasy is the mainstream kind of thing, but Chrono Trigger always is revered. I've never heard anybody say like I dislike it or like it's revered. So I got to salute y'all. Chrono Trigger gets some love in the room. I respect it.
It's one of those games that's just you can't, one of those RPG games for its time that was unique and cool and. With a great story and everybody had their own theme music. So
the music in that, I sit there and I listen to like the soundtrack on Spotify. It's I love the music to that game. It's so like because I can pick up like the battle. I'm like doon. I know, I know. I remember the music to some of those. It's like that, like Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Castle is a very epic theme. There's a couple like very specific music pieces that stand out in Chrono Trigger that like when I play through that soundtrack again, I can just picture so many things in that game so easily. I love that soundtrack.
Absolutely.
And aside from that one, I also had, I think, Super Castlevania.
Oh, man. Now you done hit my heart.
There you go. See? 2 for 2 in here.
Talk about it, Chibi. Let's go. The web, the contorting, and remember how you can make the world spin and all type of stuff. Oh man, that was revolutionary at its time. Continue.
That was for its time. Yeah, that's why I said I love the Super Nintendo era because that's when games really took off for Nintendo. Like Super Metroid and
don't even get me started on that one. That one's like right up there, bumping next to a couple other top ones. Super Metroid. I got lost in that game for hours, going back and forth, trying to find every missile. Oh yeah, no, I was way too much time on Super Metroid.
Chibi, you're absolutely right because the thing about Super Nintendo that doesn't get enough credit, it was a it was a change in the way graphics were. I mean, they had
Mhm.
Mode 7, the 3D aspect. You had I remember games like Pilot Wings and F-Zero and just the
Yes.
fidelity. Because to be honest, I was a Sega kid, so I always tell the story like my King. He actually had Genesis. I mean, I had Genesis, but he actually had Super Nintendo first. So then I go over
Mhm.
to see Super Nintendo because he had it early, and I never forget when I first saw it, and I'm like, oh man, this kind of blows away my Genesis graphic. I was just seeing things. I saw the Super Castlevania. I saw the way he contorted the physics with the whip and the rotating of the map and like I
Yes.
said, the 3D stuff and the music. The music on Super Nintendo, the
Awesome.
sound chip was
Yes.
outstanding. Like, oh yeah, I got it. Listen, as a Sega kid, I always bend the knee and respect Super Nintendo.
Mhm.
A lot of classics and RPGs are for you guys. I know you guys probably went crazy doing it or growing up. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, God, do you want to bring it a little more recent? Anything else?
Yeah. I was going to ask in reference to obviously, we know for a hardcore Destiny and stuff like that. But one thing that stood out to me, looking over your history and stuff, was that how important Team Resolute was to you, and
Oh my gosh.
how did that journey start? And for you to become a regular clan member, and just to see the support, with that team, because I really respect you guys. So could you tell us that story about Team Resolute Chibi?
Oh God, definitely. I remember that's something you never forget.
Mm,
Okay, so I think it was still Destiny 1, and they were having trials.
mhm.
And I was watching trials on Twitch, and KJ Hovey was on, and
Ooh, beast.
Hovey was doing trials helps with in person with my friend Poke the Care Bear. And so I was like,
Good old
They're the
poker.
oh
legend.
yes, and I wanted to play with him so bad because Hovey was like, I mean, Resolute was cool. True Vanguard, Manigator,
Ooh,
and KJ. And I was like, man, I really want to play. And
heavy
I
hitter.
entered the raffle and I won.
Oh,
And I
Nice.
was so excited to play with Hovey. And
mhm.
he was just the nicest guy you've ever met.
That's
And
awesome.
even, I didn't go flawless. We tried again. And that's when I knew he was really nice about it.
Mhm.
And very conversational, funny as hell guy. And that's when I said, you know what?
Mhm.
I was just so idolized with them. They were just
Mhm.
the coolest clan. I really wanted to be a part of it. And I was trying to figure out how do I join
How
the
do I get
clan? So
down? How do I get down with this
Yeah.
resolution?
so basically what I did was I just pretty much watched their streams.
Mhm.
I got more involved. I was asking questions. I said I would love to play with you guys.
Mhm.
And I got to know a couple of them in the
Mhm.
clan, and we did a couple of raids together. We did some PvP activities, some PvE stuff, and I was like, I was really enjoying it. And then I got to meet the crew,
Mhm.
Guardian Con, when it was
Ooh.
in Tampa.
Tampa Bay hot
Yep.
fairgrounds when it
Oh
was hot.
yeah.
Oh yes.
And the AC was
Oh,
real hot on that line going.
Sticky.
hey,
Yeah,
Very,
yeah. I know
very.
about
hated
Tampa
that
Bay.
part.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hated that part.
I hated
Until
that part. The lining up to go in. Once you're in, you're good. But
once you're
that
in, you don't go out.
Yes.
Just go out.
Staying.
Stay in there.
I don't care how much your
And
feet hurt on that concrete floor. You
I
are.
remember that concrete.
Oh
That
yeah.
concrete
I
destroyed us.
was
Oh, your
so
feet
looking
just are
forward
not
to
ready.
meeting clan. And I was sitting there like looking gross and sweaty. I was like, this is
Nope,
not
that's
how.
Tampa Bay fairgrounds.
And then I think I met the claw. I think the clawman was there.
Oh,
Got
he
to
he
meet
runs it,
him.
right?
Yeah, he runs it along with Tink
Mhm.
and Monk, and I got to meet them, and then I got to meet the True Vanguard
Ah,
in person. He is just of course, on stream too. He's really cool once you get to meet him. And I met his wife. I
dope.
met Manigator.
Wow.
I got to hang out with them.
Mhm.
Um, I was just like, and these guys, they didn't know me. I wasn't in their clan. I was in their baby clan, Rezo House. So I
Okay.
worked my way up from there, and
There was
then
levels to this. So it was Rezo House. You did it. Okay.
yes,
I'm learning.
it was like
Mhm.
part of like Resolute's like little
Like the
plan
minor
for
league
those that
baseball team
It's like
to
the
the
minor
major
leagues.
leagues.
You
Yeah.
had to get the call up. You need the call up to the big. Okay,
Called
I
up
see
to
how
the
it goes.
majors. There you go.
I get it.
then it was August of 2017. This was around the time when Destiny 2 had come out yet, but it was
Man,
starting to. Everyone was getting ready.
gotta
And
back
then
quick question
I
though.
get a message from
I
I
got
think it was
what you
Mark or
get.
Kim,
I told you. I'll ask.
and they wanted me to do an interview.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my God, this is to join their clan. I was sitting nervous, like, all dressed up for a job interview. And I was like answering all their questions. And
Mhm.
then when the roster came out, I was getting messages from like the clan members, DJ and Booker, and it was like, "Congrats, Kim! Congrats!" And I was at work, and I was like, "What do you mean, congrats?" I was checking my text.
Mhm.
Holy, good cuss, because I was like, "Holy shit! I made it! I'm in Resolute."
Hey, for
That's
that it's
Yeah,
earned
this was
in those
August the
moments.
29th. I
Mhm.
still have it pinned on my Twitter because that was the most exciting day of my life, knowing I actually became a part of Resolute, and I'm like, I couldn't believe it.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited to this day. And a couple of my friends made it as well, and
Mhm.
it's just something like that you don't forget,
Mhm.
and something like that. Man, I'm just so elated to still be a part of the family because we're not all about Destiny. We do
Ooh,
Destiny, but we do some other things. Play
okay.
other games. We're just all about having fun.
That's
That's
good.
You
what's up.
know.
That's what's up. The question I had for you, just to back up a second, was that year. Did you say 2017 that happened? Was that Tampa Bay Fairgrounds?
That was yes. I remember it
Wow.
very well. I
Because again, I cut you. That year was when I met.
I
we
met
lit.
this guy.
I met.
Nah.
Yeah, I met Ibantis. That was the one I met him. That was my first.
Yep.
So we literally probably were at in the same area. We were all in this spot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It was 2017. You said that. Wow.
2017. I remember it well because not gonna lie,
Mhm.
I hated the fairgrounds because it was like I said, standing in that hot ass line.
Yes.
I was sitting there like, oh, okay, I'm from Illinois, so summers in the Midwest. It was yesterday. It was like 91 degrees, so I wasn't used. I was used to that. But when my ass landed in Tampa, first
Oh,
thing
that's a
you did
different
when
level.
you stepped off that airport, that humidity hit you right in the
Ooh.
face. I was like, God. Ew.
Oh,
I
it's
was like,
so the air is so thick out there. It's just even when we
Yes.
went back for I guess last year's in 2019 when we were out there, my wife and I went to Universal for
Mhm.
we made it through half of the day. We did the 2 Harry Potter stuff. That was the things we wanted to hit. And as soon as the sun got out, and it was just I'm like, no, I'm just swimming back to the car through the air. It's just so humid. Oh,
It's true. It's true.
but yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
fun thing about that was I remember also when the convention ended
Mhm.
was that Hovey, KJ Hovey was there too.
Mm.
And we invited us all of us out to go eat at some restaurant. I don't remember what it
Okay.
was called, and I thought that was really nice. And
Okay.
we all got together,
Mhm.
clanmates and friends, and we all got there, and we all got to have a nice big meal together, which was so cool.
Mhm.
And that's when I knew that you know these guys more than just clanmates that enjoyed Destiny. They were like a huge freaking family. So that's
That's
what I really loved about that moment. It
that's
was after the con and it was nighttime and it was really nice.
very cool. Very cool. I think there was wasn't there like a downtown meeting or something afterwards?
Yeah, it was a downtownish for Tampa.
Mhm.
No no harm intended
Shot
there.
fired.
I was like, but I do remember. I don't even know if we were per se in downtown, but you had the fairgrounds, and there was like the wing place that we hung out with, like the pre first night. But then after the con, because it was 2 nights, right? It was 2 days that one.
Yeah, I think it was 2 days.
So after the second night, there was a bar, not totally far. It was like probably 10 minutes away, I think, because it wasn't too far of a drive. And I think like half of the convention ended up in this bar on the outside and stuff. I remember doing that after. That was really cool. Just, I don't know. That is one of the things. I mean, Resolute's very special for you, which is awesome. And it's rare to hear people talk about, like, you have friends, you have acquaintances, but if you're going to call somebody family, that's something special. That's awesome.
Yeah, because they were super nice to me. They didn't know me at the time, but they were very open and welcoming, and I really appreciated that. And I was like, we did a lot of things together. And this day, when we were taking in new people, I learned from them, and I passed it on to the new clan members. Like, hey, you want to do something? Let's have some fun. And I see Watts in chat, and I see, he joined Resolute the same year, 2017, I believe, and with him, and we do a lot of crazy stuff together. When it's Iron Banner, we get the gang together. Like, come on, let's go do some Crucible together, or just regular Crucible. And that's the thing. I'm mostly in Destiny, a little bit of both.
Okay.
PvE and PvP.
Okay.
Love PvP more because I just love, like I said, I love the weapons. So weapons I use a lot. It's a mixed bag.
Give me some names.
Okay. Watts will probably tell you. But I got the Crucible Not Forgotten, which is going to be sunsetted, sadly.
I know.
It had its run.
Yeah, I don't know how it lasted. Even though it got nerfed, it's still a decent gun that I like using. Mostly I'm known for, as you can see in my logo, Jade Rabbit. I love Rabbit. I know it's a nice range. It's like a little 3-tapper to the head. Something about that gun, I just love using it because it's a nice design. It's got the cute little bunny rabbit on there, and I said, it's gonna be my gun. Love that one.
Watts has a question about the colony. Please comment.
Yes.
Oh God! Okay, I knew he was gonna do it. Okay, I was gonna get that too as well. I love the colony. All right, I use colony a lot. Because that thing has the little spiders. You shoot them off. I can do the sound like choo choo choo, and you can little legs, and you can see the little hunters go poop flying in the air. I use that gun a lot, and I'm using it to get that callus done. So far, I've used it in Banner. I have killed 86 guardians with it. So,
there are 86 unhappy people when they heard that noise before they died.
People, just to get that quest done, and all because I use Colony. I love it.
Gotta respect it. It has a reputation.
Yeah. I hear that thing. I'm just like, really? We go on tracking robots now? Come on.
It was cool. The concept of it is cool. Like,
I like the concept of it. I really like that because it crawls and it chases you. I don't have a mountaintop, so y'all should be happy because I hate that thing.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to get sunset.
Yeah, it's like it's not long now. Count down the last like 8 or 9 weeks that are left of this thing, and mountaintop still going to be running around, play a control match. It's going to be there forever, I'm sure, but at least in the high level stuff.
Thanks for reminding me. I got to go ahead. I got paid. I got to go ahead pre-order for next Destiny installments.
Yeah. You gotta be ready.
We got another, and also thank you, Watts, by the way, for dropping these little nuggets. I'm loving this. Also, apparently, one greedy with the heavy ammo. It sounds like do not get in the way of the heavy bricks.
The story about that. We were playing. Okay,
there's a story. All right, story time. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's go, Chibi.
It was Iron Banner last week, right? And I switched over. I mostly play on PC, but I missed my PS4 buddies, so I switched over to console. And so I was like, come on, let's go play some Banner. And so we were on a hot streak. We were winning a lot of games. And of course, I had the colony. And so anytime heavy round came, I was looking at that clock. I was gunning for that heavy. And I was like, wait, let me get that heavy. Let me get that heavy. Because, I needed to get those grenade launcher kills. So
I was going to say, I had no shame when I was going for the mountaintop. No, I was like, I would nudge people out of the way. I was bad when I was going for mountaintop. I was terrible, I'll be honest. I was not a good
call outs.
Heavy's up, go.
I'm like, this I respect it though. You got it.
Hey, I got it. Yeah.
You got it before they nerfed the
Yeah,
quest.
I got mountaintop legit full quest. So
Mhm.
I will say like that the something about that I'm probably gonna miss because I don't know if they're gonna do it like that in the future. The amount of time I spent with breach load grenade launchers like Fighting Lion and Malicious Birthright and stuff like that. I like them so much more than I ever thought I would have when I was done. Some people hate them, but I was like, the fact that I practiced so much using them, I enjoy them. I'll mix them up like Fighting Lion and PvE if you need like void kills, just like in its primary ammo, you never run out. I like Fighting Lion that's a fun weapon, and I don't think it gets as much love as I think it should.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. Like, I'm bad with that. It's like fire it goes boop boop. You gotta be direct with it. You gotta know like angles or something like that. And that's like, I am so bad with that. I rarely use it, but I will use the crap out of the colony.
That's definitely a quality one. Well, we had a couple things happen in the game. Few. So yeah. Tuesday we knew it was gonna be big. And I know we even talked last week on Friday. I don't know if it was afterwards or during, but it was just basically the idea that we knew Moments of Triumph was coming, and there was no announcement. Zero. But Bungie Day was 7/7, and we're like, all right, it's all going to happen apparently at once. And damn, did it ever. So I wanted to start just asking you guys, when we got the first piece to drop for Moments of Triumph, what was the piece of Moments of Triumph that got you excited the most? Because I'm just going to list them off so you guys can pick a couple. We got the new t-shirt. We know we got to earn our triumphs for that. We get the raid ring and emblem. Got to go through the old 5 that are leaving. Got the sparrow. We got the title we can go after and stuff like that. So I wondered, like, when they dropped the Moments of Triumph info specifically, what was just like, oh, dude, I have to have that. What hit you guys?
Chibi?
Actually, good question.
What excited you?
I can always get the shirt because I think I'm just too away from that, so that's not a big deal. But I want that ring. I want that ring. Even if it doesn't fit my finger, I wanted it. And so
raid ring. Go.
It's like it feels like when I saw that, I was like, that is so badass. We are trying to get a raid team together so we can do all 5 of them.
Right.
And it shouldn't be too hard, but the other reason I want to not only complete it, I still do not have 1K voices, and I still don't have an anarchy.
Hello.
I got anarchy recently, actually.
Oh,
but 1K voices and Teraba are the 2 I'm missing. I need
that too. I don't have that either.
That one isn't really highly sought after, though, so I don't think people are missing too much there.
Good thing we have opportunities now.
I
Yeah.
don't have any of those. So that's also another reason why I want to do these raids, because they said they were farmable now.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's another reason why I want to do all 5 of those raids. So my chances of probably getting those exotics that I never got a lot better. So yes, that is my dream. So I was so excited. Said we're gonna do these raids, so not only like get that ring, but I can also get those exotics.
Nice.
It's down on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What about you, Doug?
For me, go laugh. The shirt looks good, of course. The shirt always looks good. For me, it was the masks.
Really?
I want the mask, yo. One of them looked like some Louis Vuitton with the tricorn and
but it's the one with the classes on there, the 3 classes.
I think it's the one with the classes, and it got the what you call it. It has
there's a black one with the tricorn, and then there's like the patterned one.
The patterned one. The patterned one.
That's hilarious.
I need that in my life. I need to go outside. I need my tricorn. Need my little moment patch on the side.
Oh man.
For some reason it hit me, man. I need that. What about you?
For me, it was the honestly just like the shirt. I like the blue gold aesthetic of it. And for me, it was just one of those I went through and clicked. I was like, and of course I got to go after the MMXX title since I got the first one, and I grinded the hell out of everything to get that title last time. I was like, I got to do it this time. And honestly, the title this time, I would rather do like 12 different activities than grind until I'm blue in the face for like the one last season was just more grindy. This one is just go do a whole bunch of different stuff. And I like how they set this up as a way to, hey, go experience all this stuff before it leaves.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that a little bit later, but all these raids are going to be leaving, which was some people were like, is Scourge leaving? Yeah, this kind of confirms it now because it's included in the list. Yeah.
Mhm.
So make sure to go do all of those raids. But it's just really, I like how they're doing it. I don't think even if I'm going to be able to buy the raid ring, but I don't think I can buy it. I don't think it's $125 and I'm never going to wear it. Never going to wear that. I'm not going to wear that ring. It's not like I don't wear jewelry anyway at all.
We got to put a chain on the chin.
Vagabondo, yeah, he's in here be like, oh, come on, get that gold chain, hang it from your neck. I'm like, are you? I'm not going to walk around with like, oh, what's up? I got my bling in here. Come on.
Dude, we need you to be the cheater.
I'm not like the bling cheat. No, this is wrong. No.
I love that it goes against your core.
Actually, what I will say though, the raids, the fact that they threw the cosmetics in there, and like when you finish Spire, they put it on the one that everybody doesn't want to do. The luxurious toast, the emote is guaranteed from Spire. Be like, we know you all hate Spire, but you got to do it one more time. If you haven't, you got to do it one more time, and it's only normal. It's not that bad. But the fact that you got to do it, I was like, that's kind of beautiful.
I know, but
I got it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, you got it already.
You're done. You're good.
I got it already, so I'm happy. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I don't have Terva, 1K Voices, and Anarchy. So it's pretty moot at this point.
It's like Anarchy, you can grind that boss over and over, especially if you get like another character with a checkpoint. You could probably flip him in and out over and over and just work on that, which is really nice that they set that up that way. Since that one's going to be living 1K Voices, I got to find people who want to run Last Wish, but Anarchy is going to be grindable for a lot of people, which is good because it's a fun gun to use.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, fun gun. Wish I could check it out.
We just got to grind. That's all.
Yeah, we gotta get that. We gotta hustle.
It's based on the criteria of what. Well, I know we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah. Did you guys did the Bungie store get any extra money on Bungie Day? By the way, from you guys, did you drop anything in there?
I did not, unfortunately, because bills. But I got paid this week, so I really want that. I don't know if it's too late to get that emblem. It's like a heart, but it's almost like that of a Nintendo-esque feel. Old school, the 8-bit like heart.
You're talking about the red one?
Yeah.
So that one, that's a separate piece that they did, and it was a direct donation of $25 or more will earn you the Bungie Foundation Destiny 2 emblem, and that's that 8-bit heart. I like that one too. That's a really, really cool emblem, and it gets you a little red balloon ghost.
I love that one, and I also want to get, like he said, one of those masks.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool, but it's freaking sold out. So
those went quick.
Yeah.
Wow, and I couldn't get it right away. And I was asking, I was like, "Hey sis, can you give me $30? Because there's this mask that I want, and it's so cool. And I wanted to get like maybe one or two, one to keep, one to wear. And as soon as I got back on, they were gone. I was like,
Oh,
ugh.
yeah, some of that stuff went quick. Like just the Bungie Day 2020 shirt, just kind of their emblem with the swords around it. I wanted
Yeah.
that too, and that was gone by the time I got to it. So some of that stuff went so fast, which is
Yeah.
a bummer because it's only available for a week. So I'm pretty sure once it's gone, which is kind of unfortunate.
I was sitting there like crying. I was like, man, I don't know when they're gonna have them back in stock.
Yeah.
Did I miss out? The emblems were really cool. I can't describe it, but there was one that's grayish. With,
Oh, for the moments of triumph.
The moment. Yeah.
yeah, those were really cool. Those looked really cool, and I wanted those. You gotta give it to Bungie when it comes to their marketing.
Oh,
yeah.
They know how to sell.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's one of their pillars, one of their strengths. They know how to sell merch and just products in general. They're excellent.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, so there was like it was the purple kind of starburst emblem, and then you talk to them more the darker, like almost the white starburst with kind of the mostly a gray background. Is that the one you're talking about?
Hmm?
Yeah, those two are so cool looking. The emblems, the sparrow looks pretty sick too. It's weird
Yeah.
the way it takes shaders, but it is pretty cool. And we get a ghost. We get a traveler ghost.
Yes.
Oh man, yes.
I'm like looking. I love how they took the perspective picture where it's the ghost just zoomed in, like from the city, and this last city is below it. But it was like, I know that's not the actual traveler because like the little pieces that are floating are weird. But playing with us there for a second, but yeah, like the fact that I knew they had to say something about it, but it was weird that last week we got nothing, and then bam, here's everything.
Yeah, it was.
I know.
Yeah, it was so crazy because we were all talking. We had them on last week, and we just like it's so strange for them not to talk about it. Right? Prior to the event, usually that week before we get a heads up or something. At least mention that it was coming. It wasn't even mentioned last time.
No, yeah. Usually they would have something on their Twitter, and they would have like this quick maybe 10-second ad showing off the triumph and the cool stuff that they had. I was like, oh no, nothing. No announcements, no stay tuned. Boom, they hit us with it like, here you go, moment of triumph, do this, do that. I was like,
Yep.
oh, wow. And literally they gave you a lot to do.
So much.
So yeah, kudos on them for that.
Really.
Yeah, this is the swan song for half of the directors. So they're like, all right, go play everything. Now, the one thing that threw me, and this is just like, again, where it's like, they're always really good about, but if they would just choose the right word, there would be a little less controversy when they said uncapped rewards. If you change that to unlimited rewards, there is no question as to what that implies, but uncapped, I'm like, can you go higher in power level? And it only took like people saying, no, it's just like the dungeon where you can grind it over and over. But I was like, just change the word and I wouldn't have even said it. That was just me. I wondered, did anybody else, or am I just crazy? Like, I mean, did uncapped make anybody else, like, even for half a second go, maybe? Or is it just like, I'm the crazy person?
No. I would agree.
I kind of thought that way too. So I was like, uncapped? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it was interesting verbiage. For me, it's just one of those things that once we got clarification on what it was, I was like, you know what, this is cool because, let's be honest, raids from Bungie, I feel are some of the best content in gaming. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Raids don't get enough credit by them, and to see such a small percentage of the Destiny population play it, to get this triumph, to get rewards, it's forcing people to get in there, at least give these things a shot if you want this merch. And I just think their whole, like you said, Chibi, like their whole marketing department, the way they infuse these little rewards and stuff that's tied into playing our game and completing our game and getting an exotic and doing it's a good tie-in. It feels, and I like the fact that you can't get this stuff. You just can't buy it unless you do it in the game. And Bungie are masters of that. Again, just such a great community, and I love these little things. And it's cool. Like I remember, like we talk about that same Guardian Con that we all went to, 2017. It was just really cool because when we went there, you started to see people with their Moment of Triumph shirts. Like
Yeah.
it's a badge. It's a badge. You know, like, yo, he plays this game. Like she plays that game. It's just cool. It's so cool.
Yes.
I love every aspect about it.
I missed out on getting that one. I think it was the solid blue shirt with the yellow, right?
There was a blue with the white one year. I'm trying to remember what color.
So you had the burgundy with gold.
Yes.
Then you had
I
the
had that
blue
one.
and the light, like dark blue with light blue. And wasn't it like the 8 symbols of like the stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I have all of them, so I'd
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
go
yeah,
look.
yeah. That was the one that because I would
Was
say
that
that.
Moments? Wasn't it the first?
Trying to remember, right?
It's like
The dark blue one, right? That's
yeah,
what you're
dark
talking
blue shirt with like almost like neon blue
about? Yeah, I got
symbols
that
on the
one.
front of it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
got that
that's
one.
one of them.
Because that was a lot of Taken King stuff, if I remember, right? That one.
Oh, yeah, I never got that shirt.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just got the burgundy and gold, and I think another one
Oh yeah,
was
the
a
white
white
and gold. Yeah,
shirt.
yeah,
Yeah, white and
yep.
gold. Those are the only two that I have. And the reason I didn't get those Moment of Triumph shirts before was at
Mhm.
that time when I was playing Destiny, I
Mhm.
was solo, and I really didn't know a lot of people,
Yep.
and so I was like
Yeah.
ostracized, like, not ostracized, just a little
I get you.
lone wolf.
This is
But
before the Resolute days.
Yeah.
yes, this was before the Resolute days, and what I liked about Destiny was the fact that you could play with people from all over, and it was fun because, like I said, I'll be bummed about it. I had anxiety issues around people in public,
Mhm.
so it was just for me way to escape and just play with other people that shared the same passion as I did about the game and just out there and enjoy and have fun. And that's what really helped me open up.
Mhm.
So when it came to Destiny, because I was like, wow, there are people out there that like me that really enjoy this game and do strikes and things like that and just around and chat and just have fun and that's what kind of helped me open up
Mm.
because
That's awesome.
I was not much of a talker.
Mhm.
I kind of kept to myself a lot, but then when this game came, it really opened the door for me and it helped me feel better
That's awesome.
interacting and talking with people.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of those little things that people don't realize. And that's probably and honestly, like and thank Resolute for being like one of the positive places to be because you found a good clan that, just like as you naturally interact with them more, everything seems to get better. And those moments right there are what make this community what it is. Those are the ones that
Yeah.
really set everything apart because you could have bumped into a bad clan, it could have been a bad experience, and you could have fallen off the game, but you like saw a cool clan. They lived up to your expectations of being really nice, like warm, friendly people. And now look at you now. And we got you on a podcast. Like, this is amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, you said it couldn't have said anybody. It's like the sheer amount of friendships I've made because of this game. It,
Yes.
it's truly one of the best communities. It really is.
Yeah.
Just the positive things they do and stuff like that. I know we went through a little rough stretch, recently. You know what I'm saying? But what's come out of it is positivity. I still
Yeah.
feel people doing the right thing, and it's cool. Like just to hear your story, Chibi, about how excited you were for being a part of Resolute and stuff like that, and and having those moments with the clan and being able to play with people and get out of your shell and talk to people. It's really, really
Yeah.
cool to see.
You hit it. It helped me get out of my shell.
Mhm.
And here I am, talking to you guys. And I know for a fact when I get home for work
Mhm.
Friday, it's 3-day, 2-day weekend. I'm going to be playing Destiny with friends. I am hoping, supposedly, we get together with the clan and we're going to do all the raids.
Mhm.
So that should be fun. And that's the thing, I've been with Destiny during the highs and the lows, but one thing that I still enjoy is just playing with my friends
Nice.
That's
and
awesome.
get PvE or PvP or private matches.
Mhm.
I'm always down to have fun, and I don't take it serious. No, it's a game to me.
Right.
It's more than just a game, and I'm just sitting there just having fun. That's one thing I love about that game. It's just being with the team of or 4 or 2 or 1v1. You know, I enjoy it. And that's one thing I love about the game, just have so much variety and you're playing with other people. So one thing Destiny has going is player team and playing with your friends, and we could just get together and have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely, completely agree. It's the friend game.
Yeah.
Was it Deej? One time I got
what?
I'm assuming it was Deej one time. Probably. It was like a low period, and I remember he said it was the friend game. It didn't go positively at that point when he said it because I think Destiny was in a bad place.
Yeah,
at the time. He's right to the essence of the let alone this is a friends game. Like this is what it's about, those connections. I just remember that line specifically. It was funny.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to be playing this weekend, they definitely gave you a lot of stuff to do this week. Like, holy crap, I logged in on Tuesday and man. So to start, before we get even to like quests and new things, the director changed and it wasn't like, hey, we get one new ship on the expected planet of Titan. Bam, bam, bam. We got Titan, we got Mercury, we got Mars. Pyramid ships are everywhere. So as you guys can see in the background of the podcast, I felt like throwing up Mercury. That one's my favorite because it literally blocked out the damn sun.
Yeah, mine's too. That's my favorite because I went there during the quest to get the eyes of Savathun, and when I landed on Mercury, I was like, "Oh, there's this huge pyramid, and I'm looking directly across from the lighthouse, and I could see like bolts of lightning coming from it." And I was sitting there like, "Okay, let's go. This is fine. I'm just going here just to collect the eyes. Nothing unusual." And then when I went to Io ships, I looked up and I could just see the
just like zipping around everywhere. It's awesome.
By. Yeah, that was so cool. Now Titan, I didn't see too much in Titan, but ones that struck out to me the most was Mercury and Io, and just that giant pyramid and the pyramid ships on Io just flying by. I tried to make out see if I could see anything in there because that's just so cool, and I'm so nervous at the same time because we get close to finding out what happens next, along with still doing the thing for, of course, Eris and Drifter and how that's connected. So
she's very disrespectful, by the way. Can we comment on that?
She's what?
Yeah.
She's very rough with him. Like, if you know, it's like
she doesn't care.
Drifter. She calls him the rat.
Well, yeah. Are you surprised? It's kind of a fitting term for him.
It's just the way I've never seen Eris like that. Like,
she's been through so much crap in kind of a week, like literally like down through hell, changed half, like has a third eye. For somebody to be like the weasel, kind of dealing with like the whole, his whole Gambit crazy stuff that he's doing. And now we know like Gambit and all the moats seem to be tied to the darkness and the pyramids and all this stuff. And she's just like, this says some base of what probably broke her. So if like he's messing around, always seems to be goofing around, and she's just dead serious and just deadpan to him too. Just absolutely
a lot.
Yes, a lot.
It's beautiful to watch. Like because Drifter's always just like
cocky
like, hey,
and stuff. I got friends.
Oh yeah. I just thought it was funny. I was like, man, she's really. And I think the Eris character is just really evolving, and with the story, and even the interactions with Zavala, those two we would say were never on the best of terms, and he would never really trust her. I think the only person she really had a great, I would say, solid relationship would be Ikora, right? Yeah. But I would say with Zavala, especially this particular week, when him, to pull up, he came through.
Did he kill you?
Huh?
Did he kill you?
He killed me. Yes. You killed me. He spawned on. I'm like, yo, what killed me? Like, what's going on? Oh, okay. I thought it was just me. Oh, he killed you
Zavala
too.
just boxed out, man, but he boxes out hard. He done. You out.
Oh, like, what's up with the trans man? My God, like, you can't let me know you.
It's like,
Yeah, see, yo, trans. Yup, same thing. Zavala killed me too. Y'all had to watch it similar from the Ghost Share.
that was hilarious when that happened too. I was just like, wait, what just happened? Why? Why am I dead? Because it's so fast. And I'm like, dude, can you not like check the coordinates, make sure there's no other guardians before you just like pop in and just boost me out of there? No, that was amazing. But I was gonna say, like, to another point, there was that cinematic at the very start of the season. Even like Zavala reached out and was like, hey, and like actually grabbed her and was like, hey, like, be careful or something. He had that like almost touching moment with Eris, and I was like, what is happening right now between these two? It's weird because they haven't had anything remotely like that interaction probably ever. So that was actually really cool to see.
Absolutely.
Watts is like, I saw a video and be like, I'm just gonna take a couple steps back. You land, I'm alive. It's totally fine.
That was funny. That was definitely a classic.
That was really fun. That was really awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this week we had Pyramid Ship Show. The one on Titan, you kind of got to go hunting for the right angle to see it. Like if you go over to the rig and kind of go over to the back a little bit and wander off the beaten path, you might even have to go through like an adventure. But the way it looks directly at you and is like this far over like the oceans of methane, it's when you get the right look at it. I mean, blocking out the sun is one thing, but the fact that it's just like looking right at you is kind of scary.
Kind of ominous.
Yeah, so like the Titan one was pretty cool too. But we have two things. Do you guys want to start with the idea of the Exodus, or do you want to start with our other friendly neighborhood trace rival?
Which one start with Chibi? That Chibi pick.
Let's go with the Tracer.
All right.
Is incredibly fun. It's almost like when I completed the quest and I got the catalyst. Once you get that catalyst on there, I was secretly testing it out in Crucible. I was doing some private PvP just to make sure that thing is insane. You use it right.
So let the viewers, because not everybody is as fast as you. What does the catalyst do? Let them know.
Well, the catalyst for that thing, it's like, oh fudge. I haven't even tested it out for that long, but I don't remember what it does. I do know, like I said, because I was playing with it late last night.
Gotcha.
Middle of the night, so just doing some tests. I didn't really get to fully check it out, but I will say that it freaking melts. Now, the best way, rather than just using it in long spurts, some people have told me if you just do like short bursts, it does a lot of damage, and it does. It really does. And then when you want to go for the turn them into like those little spheres, that's when you go for it. But in short bursts, it's pretty deadly. And you just grab that sphere, and you only got like a few seconds. And I was using it in Crucible, and when you get that shield on, you can just run. Man, you can just run through people. It's like having your own like personal bubble, but instead people run through it, you get killed. That thing is nuts. And I said, yeah, this is going to be fun to use in trials because I got.
Sounds gonna be interesting.
But that thing is my favorite. I gotta give it to Bungie this season. When it came to Witherboard and then this, those are my favorite exotics. Those are my favorite exotics. They're really fun. When I got the grenade launcher, whoa! It's like,
how about that puddle? How about that puddle?
the darkness puddle of doom.
Who want this? Who want this smoke?
I like that, and then I was like, oh, another linear fusion rifle. Whoa! I said, this thing is way, way cool.
Yes.
Yeah, so I love that one. It's hard to say. I love both of them. It's like having me to choose between my kids, which I don't have, but if I did, I can't pick because I love both.
That's awesome.
He's like, can I please just use 2 exotics this season? They're both glorious.
I know.
I was like, because then you'd
what
have your trace rifle. Just use that for most enemies. Chuck the grenades out there. Come on, just at some point, let me play with 3 exotics. That'd be so much. Like that would be mayhem.
Mode, right?
Yeah, mode or some like
that would be
setting. Or, yeah, that would be. Oh my god, that would be chaos.
What?
Pure weapons only, but all you could use exotics in every slot on you. Just exotics only.
What about
mode for that? All exotics. You know, like I would just go in there and put on every exotic and just.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine just your character if you could equip multiple exotics? Like you could have your Dune Marchers on for your sprints, along with like Mask of the Quiet One and an Armamentarium, and then go ahead and just have just like you could make some crazy. I would.
Oh, we break
some point you would break the game 100%. But I would love just like like it's one of those like end of a season or like one of those end of the years when they used to do rainbow mode.
Yes.
Something stupid like that for like, end of a year thing. I think that'd be just something hilarious to do. If they ever sunset exotics, that would probably be a good way for them to
Easy you. All right. I did. Luke, forgive him. Do not listen to this man. It was in jest, Luke. You listen.
Totally a joke. Just do it.
The joke is that Luke, I feel that whenever he suggests stuff, that like literally the next 12, it'll come up, and then I got to deal with him with his suggestion that Bungie actually implements. So we don't want to put that energy out there. We want our exotics to stay. It's all good, but I mean, to your point, you guys' point, this season it's really been tremendous. I mean, like Chibi said it best. Like the exotics have been phenomenal. Like when I seen, I don't have it yet, but when I seen the effigy, I'm just like, who thinks of this? Like Bungie are world class, not only with the weapons and the way the guns shoot, but design, right? Like who thinks of this dropping a sphere, and then this sphere becomes this orb that you can slam people with, you can slap, and then also use it as a mini energy field that gives you health, and it just the possibility.
If you as a warlock pair this thing with Devour and then that bubble, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Devour works really, really well with that thing.
Shout out to Nim.
Yep.
Boy had a nice video out there. It is, man, the clips that I'm seeing with this thing, and I'm just like, wow, this is pretty amazing stuff. Pretty amazing synergies. So shout out to Cactus. I think he even put it in. He took it through Last Wish, I believe.
Of course.
Just certain parts. He said, I think there were a couple of standout. Shirochi was like standout.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just like if you had 2 people just walking through, you're just probably melting ads as you go.
Yeah. That vault, he said it did well.
Yep, I can see that.
Obviously, certain boss straight DPS is not as much. You know what I'm saying? But
you probably can't just sit there and melt Morgoth per se.
Yeah. So it's like other thing, but it just look, man, it's phenomenal. And I know we spoke about this, kind of pre-show, and it's early, but I gotta ask y'all, like, how many weeks in? Is this week 2?
This is 5. This is week 5.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a 15-week season. We're just starting.
Week 5, right?
Yep.
Damn, it's flying. So already, this is the chat I'm seeing in the community. I just wanted to bring it to y'all. Week 5 of Season of Arrival, right? We could already throw Season of the Worthy in the bushes. We can all agree. Season of the Worthy is not even, we're not even going to discuss it in comparison.
I never even bothered to finish it.
Exactly. There you go. Right. So my question.
Yeah. Damn.
Can we blame her?
No, it's like no, I don't blame you.
So I guess like people are now comparing it like this versus Season of Opulence, right? Yeah. We've had Menagerie, we had a lot of stuff going on, and people are saying already Season of Arrivals is better than Opulence. So
yes, it is.
Woo, get it, you. Let me break it down. I want to know why. I want to know why is it better already.
Okay, so I really like how they have their umbral system set up, and I really love that you can go to the little decoder. You can pick which one you want. I was farming for Garo, gnawing hunger, or if you feel like you want to go for, that they give you all these cool options, and then so you can focus it. And then when you take it to there or armor, I love how you can do that. Or night watch. I like scout rifles. I'm a scout rifle person.
No,
I could just go in there.
You are apparently
either. Yes, I'm a scout rifle fiend, but just the loot itself, the loot pool is a lot better.
Loot pool's amazing.
You can take it to the decoder, and I really love that you can hear the drifter's voice, and it's hilarious.
He's there, though. He's right there.
Yeah, he's right.
Like, why do you have to talk through a speaker and just be like, yeah, it's pretty cool, right? He's right there. Why are you talking through a speaker and a recording?
It's so funny because I'm like, why is he talking through this? There's no defense. And I confront Chibi, you're right. He is hilarious in that.
And you know what? When he said, I'm like Master Rahul, but better, and he is right. It is better, I have so many engrams that I'm still decoding. I get to decide whether I want it to be focused on recovery or whether I want to focus it on, intellect or things like that. I really like this season. It gives me a lot to play around with, different loot pools. Like if I get a prime, I get a prime. But if I get regular purples, I don't go to the Cryptarch anywhere. I just go to him.
All right.
I mean, the season has been a lot of fun, and I really enjoy. I'm also enjoying public events more, believe it or not. So I can get some more of those engrams because right now I am almost finished with the season. I'm sitting at season 83. I never got done this quick before.
Wow.
Halfway, like I said, last season, I only stopped at season 25. I didn't care for the last season. But this one is just like, Bungie's like, you know what? Have at it. Go nuts. What you want and have fun because, we got the next thing coming. And that's what I really liked about this one. And
so do you guys think the knowledge of Beyond Light, Stasis, and that everybody's really optimistic about that is adding to Season of Arrivals? Do you think it's making this one feel better because we know there's such a bright light at the end of this tunnel? I'm not knocking this season. Right. I have a couple issues with it, but I'm not knocking this season. But I was just kind of curious if you think that's like adding. Do you want to know my knocks against the season?
Yeah, go for it.
So one is the world loot pool with the vendors. If you want to go and try and like, hey, I've got tokens of Zavala, let me go throw a couple of those in and see. There are 30 weapons in there, and say I just need a piece of armor. You're never gonna get it. Many.
What are you fighting for?
No, it was as you were leveling up, you're like, hey, I need a helm or something like that, and you're trying to go through. There's so many more weapons, and that's why it's a weird thing that they did because, so the Umbral engrams are, I guess, the counter to it because you can really focus in on those. I know, but like if you're like, but now it is weird, and we said it before. It's like the world loot pool, like, hey, your powerful gear or whatever that you're gonna get from Shaxx or whatever. I go to Shaxx and I get a gnawing hunger. I'm like, I'm sorry, what was that? Like it still feels weird, but it also is
to get
non-related things, but also like it's really, really hard to get armor from those because if there's 35 things and 30 are weapons, your chance to, turn in your powerful bounties or whatever when you're leveling up and get a piece of armor is really low right now. So if you need armor, it does seem harder to get for those types of things.
Umbral though, the focus Umbral at the prismatic.
You only have a certain number of those.
Right, but you got the option.
Yeah. That's what I liked about that one more. And like I said, I just go to Master Rahul.
I have a bigger one.
All right, we're gonna let him finish it. We're gonna hear.
It's like the bigger one, and this is again, and now I'm gonna say this with a giant asterisk, caveat, whatever you want to say on the other side.
Let's go.
So when it comes to this season, as we know the fall is coming, we don't know what the scale of stuff is going to be. But like when I sit there and I have 2 night watches that match 2 night watches from Drifter for reissues, this is the buffer season, so I don't know for sure. I'm gonna give them like benefit of the doubt. Hopefully there's a lot in the fall, but the reissue rolls that I'm now earning are a giant question mark that I really want to know how the fall is going to work, because the reissues now, when I'm getting duplicates of, my Gnawing Hungers or duplicates of Night Watch, and I'm getting the same things I had before. That's my worry, is the reissues at this point. So that's one of those that makes me wonder. Season's really awesome. Honestly, the way they're doing the story missions every week makes me go in and play and do interference. Contact public event is a better public event, and there's a lot more going on. You got like the blooms over here with like the little mini champions. You're dunking. You can get the heavy ammo when you get that upgraded. There's so much more interactivity to the public events. You only have to do it twice a week. You don't have to just sit there and grind forever. And then you get to go to a story mission, which while there's only 3, there's enough variety in there. And if you do them solo, I've died a couple times. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of great things to it. But if you're going to compare it to Opulence, you could go, I want this gun. I want a piece of, you could go so specific. And I will say we have the story missions that are cool. We have a public event, but we don't have like the Sundial or the Menagerie. We don't have that scale of an activity.
Sundial wasn't in Opulence.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but we don't have that. We do it. Menagerie was the best of all, is all I'm saying. So we are missing and again, this is the dream list. Like the story narrative is cool. It seems like it's building to something awesome. Public event is an upgrade, but it's still a public event. But like, if we start doing those 3 same missions and stuff and maybe it's the fact that you run Menagerie over and over. Menagerie is the impossible bar, but it's,
I got challenge.
But it's like, it's one of those that like that if they could somehow squeeze the story missions and like an activity like that in, that would be like the dream seasonal stuff. And I know that's a lot to ask for, so I get it, but what?
Prophecy says hi. Prophecy's hi. Hi, you.
Dungeon? Me? Yeah.
Remember the coolest, newest flavor? Like, we just go ignore prophecy? The greatness that is prophecy? Come on, you're being tough. I thought I was tough, and I'm actually on your side of the argument not to give Arrivals the title just yet. But I got to say, the way Arrivals is starting, and we're 5 weeks in, like you said, it's on pace. Now, I will to his point, Chibi. Menagerie was special. 6-player activity, focusing down to what he's talking about, down to the little minutia of exactly what you want. That introduced the focusing, right? That debuted that kind of stuff. So I give him that. And one thing that he said off air that we didn't talk about just yet was, see, the Opulence also had a raid. We got to remember they had Carlos Sorrow, which I still haven't done. I need to do it as my own fault. I'm gonna get it done because I need my rings. But exactly. So I understand that. I will say though, E, I don't think there were many story beats like day-to-day for Menagerie.
Yeah, I remember it's like the narrative has been better this year for sure.
Yeah, the narrative was a little. Now wait a minute.
We did have Crown of Sorrow.
True.
So you had a full-blown raid.
And we had didn't we have Triumph Hall and Juju in Opulence?
Yeah.
That was good.
Tribute Hall came with Menagerie. I feel like those were the same time.
Yeah, that seemed about right. Look, Opulence is definitely, like, I'm never going to disrespect. Like, Opulence is there. I just want to see where this go. But for right now, it's got some force to it. It could be like the season. The points I'll make to defend Arrivals is the way the world is changing.
Yes, that I'm loving.
Next level. Like, you log in and you see the ships over the planet. You go into IO and you see these things. What's going on? And I will say, to Chibi's point, this is arguably, even though Monavi had the better system, arguably every weapon, whether it be legendary, newly introduced between the guillotine, hollow words I'm using right now, Vorpal is just beast. Like every single weapon, every exotics, Wither Horde, and now Effigy. Man, like this is probably I understand your point with the loot pool with the reissue, and you're absolutely right. We ain't going to defend that. You know what I'm saying? They got to fix. They got to clean it up. I'm with you there. I just feel like this is probably the best loot pool I've been excited about. It's just weird. Like I'm just really excited. It's gonna be tough, man. I like this one. I just got to see how they close the deal with Season of Arrivals is going to ultimately see where it places. But give it back to you. Like, where are you at? You're still holding on your square as far as Season of Arrivals versus Season of Opulence?
Question, seriously. Yes. I mean, okay, so Season of Opulence, not gonna lie, I did love it. The whole option of, creating, like, I really want to go for that sniper, so let me take this or that, or, making your own weapons and getting what you want. Now, if I remember in Season of Opulence, you could make as many, this was before the nerf, you could make as many as you wanted, correct?
In the beginning, yes. Yeah. Like you could run it a lot. You could farm it a lot, I believe.
I could farm it a lot until they patched it, and I was like, oh man, I can only do one now. But as opposed to this one, I don't know. I like something about this season. It's just more fun. I mean, you can go in there with a team of 6 and then do the thing and then boom. But this one, more laid back. And I can just have all the umbrals and, I'm still trying to get a freaking Garo gnawing hunger. It hasn't happened yet. But I'm just living in the umbral system right now, and I just love as many weapons as I want and armor. I'm trying to finish that triumph, so that's another reason. No, this one is more memorable for some reason.
Fair enough.
No, I just like this season more than you would think I would like Season of Opulence more, but this one is better.
Gotta follow your heart. Sorry,
no, you're good. I love the new mute button, by the way. Sorry, random tangent. I love, I can literally do this. I can
look at him.
Look at that.
Look at the product placement with you.
No, it's one of the dumbest things that, that's one of those, if somebody asks me, hey, what's something that, kind of annoys you, or sometimes you have to fidget with it, and it's the mute button. And I'm like, it's the littlest thing, and I'm just it's just touch, so there's no clicky button. It's just a nice one. But no, honestly, I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here because this season has potential. The way it wraps, because it's building right now. We're seeing stuff like the eggshell lore from Eris, and I'm like, what's the deal with the Drifter? And then we've got all the little and we're gonna get one every week.
The evacuation,
and that's okay. So that leads into the other stuff. Now we have Exodus. Now, if you look up the definition of Exodus, a mass departure of people, especially immigrants, that's what the definition is. So you go look at Asher Mir, and he's got all his crates to pack up all his crap and get the hell out of there. So what I wanted to ask you guys is we started to do the Exodus quest, which was cool. Go to the 4 different planets, go to a couple interactions with things, go to a strike on each one, stuff like that. I wanted to ask you guys as the season wraps, and I wanted to see kind of as your speculation for how it's going to go, because this is our first tease that these people are getting out of there. They're not just going to get blown up, but they're planning for this. They know they got to leave. Something is looming. How do you think they're going to handle it? And I wanted to kind of give you a couple options. If you got a third, feel free to throw it out there. One, well, I guess there's 2 questions. Live event. Will there be a live event involved in the Exodus? And also, will they do everything at once? Will the half of the director go dark? Or is it once a week, towards the end of the season, hey, guess what? This is the last week Titan's going to be here. Sloane's packing up. She's going to park it next to Zavala in the tower. How do you think this is going to transpire towards the end of the season? Because we're going to get the lore bits up until then, but somehow 4 NPCs, Asher, Vance, Sloane, and Anna Bray, got to go somewhere. Do they end up in the tower? Do they go off and do... Anna's probably going to go off and do their own thing, but is Sloane going to park it up as military leader next to Zavala? She's going to be like side office over there. Is Vance going to go hang out in the hangar? Like, where are these people all going to end up? Because there's a lot of interesting personality. Is Asher going to bug the hell out of Ikora? Like, I can see so... Yeah, I was like, I can see so many cool things that they could do. So I wanted to go planet by planet. So Asher first, because that was the first one I saw. He's got his crates and stuff. How do you guys think this is all going to transpire?
Chibi.
Chibi, what your guess? Do you get honors on this one? This is a big topic.
Oh God, me? I'm still sure. I'm gonna pass that on. I would pass that on to Cognito because no, seriously, E, that is some good questions about where are they gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, look, I gotta say what has to be said, y'all. Don't think they're gonna make it.
Really? You think they're all just toast?
I think this is cute what they're doing right now to fool us into thinking that there's this cool evacuation lesson. Remember the great Luke Smith. We are not prepared. We are not ready. If they truly want to do something that we are not ready for, look, the ship's already pulled up. They were here and
but they pulled up and didn't just kill us.
Right.
And they're scouting around. They're not shooting us down. So what stops them from leaving?
It's cordial right now. It's very cordial.
Are they lulling us into a false sense of security?
Yeah, you play with our weapon. Oh, it's a gift. It's a gift. Something has to give, right? Whether it be Savathun's involvement, something has to give. The reason why I say that is because you make a good point, E, right? Let's just say the optimistic side that all of them survive, right? Me personally, I can't see all of these particular NPCs minus Sloane. Sloane, I can see somewhere in the tower.
Yeah.
Right? Do we really see Vance, Ashermere?
So Vance is like a fanatic. Like he's going to be a little crazy.
Now, he's more about Osiris than me.
Yeah, he's the only one.
That's right.
But I was like, can you imagine some of the like chats that you could, like, if you're just standing near Asher and Ikora, listening to those two go at it? I would just park up a chair, grab my popcorn, and be like, all right, what do we got? I'm just going to watch those two go at it. It would be hilarious.
I would love it, but here's the problem. Here's the logistical problem. Bungie got to pay more voice actors now for new dialogue. Let's be real.
I mean, we can do voice audio. You saw Lance Riddick do that stuff in his closet.
He's a pro. He's a
beast.
Here's the thing. I would be impressed if they did it. I just can't see it logistically because of the actors and actresses involved. I could maybe the best I could give you is there's like a stowaway planet where they could just hide out while the stuff is going on.
There's a new social zone on Europa and they all go there.
Like everyone just kind of hightails it. You got to get out of the system, get out of your system evacuation. I just cannot see a scenario. Again, if they do it, I would love to be proven wrong. Where all 4 of them are in the tower, like regular NPCs. Hey guys, we evacuated. Hey, where's my room? What hotel number?
It's like you get apartment 2B Vance. You go to the basement and you lock yourself in there because you're crazy.
I just can't see it.
I honestly, I'm wondering how the season ends because we got a tease of a live event. The hype that gave Destiny. So how do you see a live event? So if say they don't make it or they go off, or how do you handle a live event with 4 planets? That's because like we stood in the tower and we watched the one. I'm not going to look in the director and be like, oh, this planet faded. That's not as cool. Like how does it transpire? Somebody was actually saying somewhere, I was on the podcast I was on last night. Like, what if there's a final mission? It's your last time on the planet. and you got to go to that planet and like, help everybody finish the last things. And you like, yours is like jumping on your ship, flying out of there as things go. Like there's an evacuation mission or something. We're bailing and we got to, it's the last time.
I'll give you that. I could be like jettison, like Guardian of the Galaxy, and Thor just in space, you know what I'm saying? While they figure things out. But I can't see them all in the tower. That's all I'm saying. Like, I can't see this happy resolution.
I picture Anna just going off doing her thing. She doesn't. She doesn't ever want to go to the tower. She might go to Europa for all I know. But
Vance is going to be texting up Osiris where he's at.
I was thinking that too. Vance would probably be with Osiris. Maybe it might not be necessarily in the tower. Maybe. I would like to see some. Well, of course, Asher will probably kick it with Cora since how they go back and forth.
Mm-hmm. She talking too strong to her. She don't be liking it when he be raising his voice. You know how Cora play. She be like, he's
on the farm. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you can throw them on the farm. There you go. Yeah. I totally forgot about that.
I like that, Chibi. I like that.
You guys all go to the farm. You're level 2 NPCs. You're not tier 1. You're tier 2.
Yeah, so I can see Sloan on the farm or something like that. But he's been in the farm. Maybe they can make the farm cool again. Who knows? So
please, we're not making hats. Don't start it. No, make the farm cool again.
Oh, I'm with that. Let's give them a place to live.
Yeah, there we go. A farm. Problem solved.
Problem solved. See?
Done. Problem. Now, here's the question. Mm-hmm. And this is what I've been wondering. I'm staring at Mercury on the background of the video. Mm-hmm. Trials of Osiris, you go to the lighthouse on Mercury. Okay. Not a planet in the fall.
Yeah.
How does that work, by the way?
Yeah.
Because the beacon, the lighthouse, you go there, you get the chest. Mercury's not going to be a accessible planet.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is Trials just going to be the only thing that lands there? Or I'm really curious how that plays out.
Yeah, I don't know how that plays. And I think I got to ask Bife this. When Bife was on, I believe he dropped some deep lore regarding the lighthouse and these tunes or sounds, and I thought he said something to the effect like it was like a darkness related. It had some dark.
So I've got kind of a quote that explains this a little bit.
Let's go.
So when you go through and you do your Exodus missions, if you read Brother Vance's text about this, I'll tell you. So Vance is studying his scrolls when you return. I took snapshots of this, so I'm glad because it's come up. Osiris, the forest, the pyramid, he says. There are connections here that go beyond simple prophecy. Yes. Again, tying into everything this season. He stops abruptly and then whispers in the silence. As guardians fall in trials, this lighthouse chimes a dirge. Can't you hear it? Here in the shadows of the pyramid, the tones have grown richer. He tilts his head for a moment, his mouth held open in a smile. There. It is a song of life and death. Knowing there's much to be done, you leave Vance to his studies. Just the idea that there is something related to trials and life and death and all of these things that we hear, like that, there's something more to that.
There's something more there. I would agree. Yeah. It's a good question. They've got to figure out thematically what happens with Trials if Mercury no longer exists.
I was like, it's not a planet. You can't just put a little icon in the middle of nowhere and be like, yeah, you're still gonna go fly out to the planet that either is. And that's how are they going to explain? Is the planet destroyed? Because they are vaulting these destinations, but they're not destroying them. Do all NPCs have to leave because the pyramids make it uninhabitable? I'm so curious that there's so much they have to handle at the end of this season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just been thinking, so I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. It's been interesting.
No, it's a great question, and I just think that there's still a lot of mystery with the way they handle it. Then we still got the 9, involvement. It's a lot of questions.
He just opened a Pandora's box of questions that I can't answer.
I'm just curious your thoughts. I mean, what would you like to see? How would you like to see it happen? Do you have
Yeah,
like
what
a
would you like?
preference of like, this goes down, it'd be cool to see, even part of it?
Yeah, that was gonna be my next thing. Like, you know how Bungie has been doing like live events, and with this one, I'm just curious as to where this is all gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen with Titan. Where are we gonna see all? Where are we gonna see all of this?
Mhm.
Of course, my suggestion come from all on the farm. We got plenty of space, but all joking aside, you know, that's another thing about Destiny,
Mhm.
mystery of it all.
Yes.
So this is something new that
Mhm.
they're exploring. When you look at the way Fortnite handles life events, and now Bungie's getting its feet wet and experimenting with it. And I like to go see where it goes from here. I like to be kept in the mystery. I like to be kept in the
Mhm.
surprise. So
Mhm.
when I do these things every Tuesday, I want to know. It's gonna go from bad to worse because we already got the pyramids here. What's gonna happen next Tuesday? I don't know, but
Mhm.
I'm damn sure excited. So as we get closer and closer, you know,
Mhm.
what else is where do we literally go from here? And
Mhm.
I think that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're getting us prepared for. Like,
Oh yeah, they making it mysterious.
super
Yeah.
mysterious. That's why the last season. Okay, so the live event. Can I be truthful about the
Let's
last
go.
season?
That's good. Let's talk about it.
I just was. I was like, okay. I sat there and I watched.
Uh-huh.
We got this. I really like the effect and everything, how it impacted the tower and stuff.
But
And then, but I was like, really? Okay.
Chibi, are you saying you were not impressed?
I was like, I was not impressed. I was sitting there like staring at the screen for all I know. I was like, you know what? I could be like staring at the sun, and
Mhm.
I would prefer staring at the sun than this after it was all said and done. And
Mhm.
then just to get the emblem, and I was like,
She said
oh,
you
that's
wasn't
what
feeling that little piece of the towel missing. You wasn't about that.
I was not this. I was like, okay, so a piece of the tower is gone. It's just a hole in the ground. I was like, okay, got my emblem. It did. I just got to see the background burning.
Mhm.
I thought, well, maybe there's going to be something cool coming out of the ground or so. I had all these thoughts, after it was all said and done.
Mhm.
That was it. I thought the tower, everything was going to change. Like,
Mm.
I that's what I thought. But
Okay.
this one, I'm really curious now because they're going to retire those planets. So I'm like figuring out how they're going to do it. Is
Mhm.
anybody going to survive? Uh,
Question.
who's to say? So
That's
that's why
question.
I'm intrigued with this season more than I was the
Mhm.
last one. Because
Enough.
I'm willing to bet. Everybody says they hate Asher Mir. I think Asher is
Oh, I love
cool.
Asher.
If
He's
you
hilarious.
read his story and his lore,
Yeah.
he's dying, and he's a dying man, but he still has spirit in him. I
Mhm.
don't care too much for Sloan, so if something happens to Sloan, I'll be like,
Oh damn! Damn!
Sloan gets hate, man. She does.
She does get some hate. She does get some hate.
that's
What
why
about Anna though, Chibi? What about Anna?
I love Anna. I was just about to get to Anna. Anna is awesome. You
Mhm.
know, I would be. She's gonna survive. She's gonna make it. Um, as much as I didn't like the last season, I did kind of like the interaction between Zavala and her.
Mhm.
But I think Anna will be okay. She'll probably have a spot in the tower. I
Mhm.
think I can see her with a big role in the tower personally.
Nice.
What
Mm.
role? I don't know, but I think she might have a big role in the tower.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the person to me who has the strongest chance of survival, in my opinion, is Anna, based
That's
on her connection to Rasputin. She's a
that
survivor. she can handle herself. And we did learn some lore in reference to, we thought, Rasputin was eliminated, was like snapped out of existence the minute the pyramids arrived. But we are hearing now that they kind of maybe uploaded himself potentially somewhere as a safeguard mechanism, from what I understand.
I was like, he's got to have some backup plan to be like, I'm either here, I'm going to put myself in some body and go take myself somewhere. He's going to do something.
He's had some, even though he's been kind of taken offline, he had some kind of, countermeasure, I guess, for this event if something was to happen. So he's still around based on this latest law when you do the Mars stuff. I don't really see a place for Vance. I mean, let's be real. Like, they were very disrespectful when Osiris came, and they really didn't involve the character. You know what I'm saying? So to me, these are signs pointing to you not going to be around. Asher, fun story. I like the character. I would love for Asher to be around. Let's see. His choices are kind of slim. I agree with E. I don't know why Sloane gets hate, but I don't think she's that beloved in the community for some reason.
She's not. Like, she doesn't get hate. She's just like, she's like the Titan NPC. She just ever hasn't. I mean, she's a military. She's just the hard-firm military person.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not like the British accent or the quirkiness or the split personality. It's like, of the four that we got, especially in the beginning, she was just like, I'm a military person. Let's do this. And that's like what she's meant to be. But versus quirky by personality and just suave. It's the lowest on the totem pole, unfortunately.
When we were doing her quests, she had a very combative thing to what's going on. Almost like she's going down with the ship on tight, like nothing's going to move her. She was very, if you read her comments, it's very aggressive, very, nothing's going to move me. Like, even Zavala is like, yo, she going to ride out, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. Yeah. So that's the vibe I get from Sloane. You know what I'm saying? And then Vance is just crazy. So we don't know what Vance going to do, So that's how I got. I think bad things with the survival rate leading probably Anna as a survivor, getting to some remote location and then somehow getting Rasputin back in the mix somehow, as a backup plan. But that's what I got.
Anna's just gonna go hang out with Elsie.
It could be a reunion. That makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense for her to go to
Europa, and they're out there.
Yeah, good point.
And then deep stone crypt, and who knows what any Rasputin. I don't know.
And then Rasputin becomes like, just make him an NPC and Exo for me. Just talking in with him.
Make him the new Felwinter. Put him into a Felwinter.
Yeah.
I'm
with it.
I'm down. Yeah.
I'm down for all that.
I was like, shout out. One or two of these ideas came from the podcast I was on last night. So
salute.
But yeah, we were talking about some of this stuff too. And that's why I wanted to bring it up today, because we got to talking. I was just like, I don't know. So just like, the more I think about it, the more I haven't the foggiest idea, which is cool because it's very, it's going to keep me intrigued to see how it goes. If you look at the dates of things for the season of arrivals, we've got the calendar. Moments of Triumph is July 7th. All the way to September 22nd to the end.
Yeah.
Solstice of Heroes, August 11th to September 8th. So we know that's going to be involved. We don't know if we're going to the European aerial zone again or whatever we're doing. Might be some cool armor related to that because the picture looks pretty sick. So you have September 8th when it wraps. You have 2 weeks left. Now, is that just a 2-week buffer? Is that the 2-week like final wrap up of the season? It's not like there's 4 in there. So it's like you couldn't do like a weekly. And now that I'm looking at this, so the last 2 could be cool.
Yeah.
All I can say is I'm glad Cyberpunk is not in September.
Yes.
I'm so glad that got pushed.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yo, Salute, we got amazing, we got vibes in the campfire.
What? Oh, amazing, man.
Oh,
beautiful.
I would tell him to spit a hot 16, but we can't hear him right now. Salute, my bro, man. That's what's up. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I agree with you, Carl. Like, I think, Sloane, she's tough. But this is gonna be fun. We love these questions, these mysteries, how this thing will play out. But it's just so cool to see the world changing. And I think that's the strength Arrivals has. And Arrivals, like you said, almost has a cheat code as far as being the best, possibly the best season, because we know Beyond Light is coming. We know that epicness is So it helps its cause, especially if they tie this thing in right. Woo!
And
Yeah.
that's where I wonder is like, how will this one be viewed if it like crushes the lead into Beyond Light? It's just gonna be it's gonna, but yeah, as you said, like the world changing. Now we got the ships flying around on Io. Are those gonna start like zipping around on the other planets as we proceed forward over the course of these weeks? I'm really want to know.
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like,
God.
You ready, Chibi? You ready?
It's just, like that's what I like about this season. So many more questions than answers. So each Tuesday, and it sucks because, like I said, I'm at work right now. I feel like I want to go home and just fire it up.
Destiny's gonna make you quit your job. Be like, no, I'm done.
she already played it loose right now.
Yeah, she got podcasts at work.
I'm at work for the last word.
She getting paid. She getting paid to do podcasts right now.
Getting paid. I respect it.
I got my time off for I got my time off. I already got my days off.
You got your days off for Beyond Light?
Oh, there you go.
Salute, Chibi. We got to do the same thing.
Oh, she's gonna be ready for that day one raid. She's jumping in.
I had to get ready. I got that week off. I'm like,
there we go.
My time. So that's what I like about this one, because this season, it's got more questions and answers. So every Tuesday, I look forward when I come home work, fire it up, and just checking out, different environments and seeing what's happening, anything, what's going to happen with the pyramids, more stuff's change. What? Are we going to get some more weird dialogue from Sloan? Anything from Brother Vance? Everyone's just right now seems chilled, and then more, from Eris. Because if you notice, have you noticed like trees kind of looking a little different?
Yeah, look a little different.
Where? Oh, the Tree of the Silver. Yeah, doesn't it look like there's like it's like sitting in water basically, or like a fluid kind of? Yeah. It looks really weird up there.
Something's going on.
Something's going on in that tree. It's always something happening.
That's what I like about it.
That's why this season was more memorable for me than the season of Opulence.
Yeah.
Because now they're adding all these real-time stuff to it. And you just questioning about what's going to happen next.
They've raised the bar. Like, I think, again, it's early. I'm trying to be respectful to Opulence. I really am. It's early. But it's like, you said it best. You like, I every week you're just excited. What's going to happen next? What's this? And again, I guess it's the cheat code of Beyond Light. It's just something about this season. I haven't played this much in such a long time. And it's a testament to the season. You have to say. And again, during Opulence, I was playing a lot. I must admit too. But we just got to see what's going to happen. And it's just cool. It's cool. I will say this. The last one I'll say is that what Arrivals is doing now is how I envisioned seasons to be in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just that consistent, steady drip of content, story, context, this, that. Then we got these cool exotics. It's a good place. It really is. And the focusing with the umbrals and it's just in a good spot. They're really doing a fantastic job so far this season to get everybody hyped and playing Destiny consistent. Shout out to my boy Cat Daddy. Look, Too Cold is in here. He just picked up Destiny. He's like, oh man, it feels like this is the right time. I picked this game up. Like he's going hardcore. Like he's probably more light than me right now. Like I'm seeing my casual Destiny friends who my Kaibatsu hates when I call them that, but like they are hardcore playing every day. Like they're going past the soft cap, they're doing things, and now we got this the season of what you call the Moments of Triumph. That's gonna make us do these raids. There's a lot going on. It's really cool.
Every season, before, I just look at my friends roster. I'm like, okay, here's some names I haven't seen in a long time. So that's how I get from that. Like, this is pretty big.
Absolutely.
Well, there's something I'm not gonna spoil, but I'll talk to you about it afterwards.
Something just happened?
No, just looking into what had been a little bit data mined, and I don't want to do that on a podcast, but for what's coming. We'll see you later.
You just gonna drop that
Oh
nugget?
yeah. See, this is how you build up hype. So you guys got to keep tuning in to the podcast. So when we do get to talk about it, you get that real reaction. But I can't spoil it on the. Are you kidding? I can't do that. I can't spoil data mined
development that just happened now.
No, it's not new. It's just me looking through, clearing some things up in my mind.
Oh,
yeah, that's just cold, man. I thought the cheated out. I thought we were here.
Oh, we can talk offline. That's totally sure.
Normally we do our little hey chat. This is the time we talk about spoilers. So if you what happened to that? We used to do like the little 30 seconds.
This just doesn't feel like the right time. We gotta save this.
Chat, boo the cheetah.
Okay, fine. I need right here. I need a 1 in chat if you want to do a little spoiler talk. I need a 2 in chat right now if you guys want to save it for later. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Throw the ones up. Crystal 1. GMD Geek 1. All right, Dakota says 2. We like Dakota. Chill Robot says 1. Daniel says 1. Outstanding says 2. Okay. Neil Mental 1. The ones is winning so far. E-Part. Amaze says 1. Talk about the epic 1 and 2. Come on now. Stop it. Whiskey 1. Look, I'm sorry.
It's leaning. It's leaning, guys. It's leaning.
Jules, you outvoted. Come on. E got that heat. We about to hear it. Great to go.
Okay. Fair warning. The next time I do this, spoilers will be over. So spoilers in 5 seconds. If you don't want to hear about them, chat has spoken. So we got to do it.
All right.
Everybody ready? We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get it.
So this is from the data mine steps of Exodus.
Mm-hmm.
This is related to the Traveler's Chosen. Mm-hmm. The sidearm that we don't actually have officially announced yet, but we do know the name of Traveler's Chosen from one of the triumphs. So we do know that already officially in game. Mm-hmm. The steps of the quest that we did, Exodus, is you go through the 4 planets. That's all we've got officially in game. What comes next that has been data mined? Evacuation quest steps. Literally says evacuation. Summons from Zavala. Evacuation Io. You go do a lost sector. You go do an adventure. You go do a strike. And then evacuation Titan, go do a lost sector, go do a strike, go to the Solarium, and then report back to Sloan. Then go back to Zavala, go to Mercury, evacuate. So it literally goes through each planet, hitting an adventure. So Mercury, you go see the Infinite Forest, you go do the Tree of Probability strike. So you're killing some on each planet. You go evacuation is the name of each piece of these missions. And it says report back to Zavala. Fly to the tower, chat with Zavala, letting him know you've evacuated each planet to the best of your ability. He'll give you your ability. But he'll give you your new exotic sidearm. So those are the steps. So we are, in theory, we're going to try at least. Now, is this, do you think, going to be the same way it went down this week where it's like, hey, you go from one to the next to the next, like you can do it all in one day, like the whole thing goes live? Or do you think they're going to start spacing these evacuations out, be like, hey, go to Zavala this week. Hey, go evacuate Isle. Sorry, I'm waving my hands.
No,
not yet.
Not yet. Look, I'll say it quick because I know the number 2s are upset. But I say they got to stretch it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Based on the length of the season, there's a potential they do what they doing now, right? Which is the quest
like last 2 weeks or something. Just go ham. 2 weeks,
go to a round. But like I said, some people ain't gonna make it, y'all. I'm telling y'all, some people ain't gonna make it. The pyramids done pulled up. They done pulled up. So, I mean, I don't know. Chibi, where you at? Evacuation. That's the name of the mission.
It's the name of them. Yeah.
It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be like, okay, everybody get out of here. Go to Io. You got to go to Titan. Then we got to go to Mercury.
Get on this plane.
Get on here and get out. Oh God, why does this all remind me of a freaking movie all of a sudden? It's like if you're doomed if you stay here, out here, hurry. I don't know where it's gonna go. I can't wait for evacuation. Like duty as a guardian,
Yeah, it's like generally it just says meet Brother Vance on Mercury. Tell him Zavala has ordered him to evacuate.
Yes.
Meet Anna Bray on Mars. Tell her Zavala has ordered her to evacuate. Like that's like
No.
Here's the thing: we know some of them ain't going. They gonna go down with the ship. I don't see Vance leaving the lighthouse like that. He too fanatical. I can't see Stone is tough with it. I can't see her.
so. I was gonna say shout out to Trams in chat who says that Vance is gonna go lock himself in the Infinite Forest.
I could see that.
Yeah.
See that. I could totally see his crazy self doing that. I could totally see Anna saying, "Wait," because she goes, she loves herself Big Red. Because she's like, no, I can't leave Red like that. Because
Red
Red
also
is
got her sister, though.
But Red, she's tied to Rasputin, fam.
But what if she takes Rasputin with her in the evacuation? Like, hey, I'm gonna
like
upload you into an exo, take you with me, and then we're gonna go like find you a home over on Europa, the new home.
If it's possible, but she like her whole family history is tied to Braves, like the Rasputin. I don't know.
Yeah, she's gonna be fine. I think she's gonna be okay. Probably the home for her in Europe. Yeah, they'll be fine. I ain't worried about
Sloan probably will be like hanging out with Zavala somewhere or another. That one I can see. But Asher, I'll be curious where he ends.
Yeah, Asher's gonna be curious. Yeah, I don't know how he gonna play it. He's a wild card. He's all over the place. Anyway, you want to give it a hands to the two so they know.
Yeah, so okay, we're done. All spoilers are done. I look like an idiot right now, but we are totally done with spoilers. Spoilers are done.
Y'all can unmute. That was a heavy hitter right there.
Yes, it was.
So yeah, again, all of the narrative implications of this season, building into Beyond Light, losing planets, vaulting stuff, is September can't get here soon enough, and somebody said that in chat, and I 100% agree. That being said, as a guy who wants to play about 4 other games before September gets here, I'm gonna be okay if it's like, here's your weekly story mission, here's these things, go do your moments, and when you're done, I can play these 3 other games that I want to play. Because I'm waiting on Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon in August, those 2 alone. I can't wait on those 2, but oh man, dude, the fall gonna be crazy in this game.
Luke said, not prepared. Remember those words. I mean, when I hear that, man, the possibilities, I'm just saying, get ready. Get ready. Get your Kleenex.
You really think they're just going to end some of them?
Get ready. I'm telling you. Listen, we wasn't ready for Forsaken when certain things happened. That was September. September is always.
Oh, good point.
Always epic. Always. So,
but I guess so September was when they, have done big things. Would they kill people off in a season though? Not an expansion. Because you just you're like Forsaken's win. So would they do it in a season?
I got it. I think they do it like how, if you remember, one of our biggest, funnest podcasts, the biggest point of contention you ever had was the trailer before Forsaken.
Yeah.
You were pissed because you were like, they showed K die before it should have happened in the game. Remember?
Well, that I agree. I still stick to that.
And remember, think about this. Even though we've got this teaser, they've still got to promote Beyond Light a couple of weeks out.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You can't just run this same one you run. We already seen
like when we finish Solstice of Heroes, those last 2 weeks have got to be like hard marketing for Beyond Light. If not before that, but
the marketing push. Remember I know you hated it at the time.
I still do.
I know you do. That
hasn't changed.
I respect you from a lore and surprise standpoint. I'm on your side with that. It would have hit different if we would have saw K die in game and nobody knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, that's like knowing Last of Us spoilers going in.
Right.
Kind of.
But I'm with you. I feel you on that. But for marketing, for the casuals, do you know how many people was like, yo, I'm playing Destiny. They killed my man. Oh, no. We got to go get Aldrin. We got to get the Baron. It served its purpose to sell the expansion.
I get that. But unfortunately, marketing shouldn't beat out narrative if you really want to stick to it.
I feel you. You know I'm with you on this, but it did serve its purpose, even though we didn't agree with the choice. You know what I'm saying? Necessarily. I don't know how you felt, GB, like in that regard. But I think they got to do something epic to market this before September. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So what do you say, GB? What do you say?
No, I'm with you. They need to do something dynamic, to sell us on this. And on the subject of Aldred,
Mhm.
I think he might have a. This is a question for you guys. You think he might? Only time we got to see him was when we did the thing for Petra. You think he'll have some kind of appearance in New Light or anything, or are we just like,
Mhm.
okay, just gonna bump him off and just keep people guessing? Because I would like to see him New
Mhm.
Light. I would
Mhm.
love him to have a part, something, because it's all fine and good, but I'm sitting there thinking about Aldrin, man, and how his memories have been, you
Mhm.
know, spaced and everything, so you probably don't remember. But I would love to see him have a part, something, anything. That's my real question.
I'm with you, sis. But I want E's thoughts, but I already have an idea.
I
But
mean, so my current working theory
talk to me.
is Dreaming City and Tangled Shore, but mostly the Dreaming City is still in the game.
Yes.
If anything is going to happen with the Dreaming City, it's going to be fall of 2021 related to the Witch Queen expansion and that tie-in, because you've got apparently Shattered
Curse.
Throne that's still going to be around for a while doing its thing. Shattered Throne is with Dolan Karu in that 3-week cycle. At some point, that's hopefully got to get resolved for their sake, because the Awoken are just stuck in this crap loop.
Right.
And
Yeah.
she's the one who's part of that, with
One.
Dolan Karu potentially being powered up. We still don't know if that's even true. Most things Savathun does or says are, take them with a grain of salt, because they all could be false.
Mhm.
But if that's the tie-in, I think that might be the point where if Savathun's as big of a villain potentially, or as powerful as she could potentially be, that's when we're going to need somebody at the scale of Marasov
Yes.
to come back. So my hunch is
okay.
Aldrin Marasov somewhere towards like maybe Aldrin comes back in season 15, the one that leads into the Witch Queen. That's where I would see that coming in. Unfortunately, it leaves him in limbo for like 9 more months, which kind of sucks. But I feel like that's how that would all tie together best. That's me. What about you guys?
Let me jump in. I think you're right, because as much as Aldrin has been put off, and we all want to see him, right? We all want to know what the reaction is going to be. I think there's just too many story threads right now to give his story the proper attention and context it needs to be fleshed out properly. So I would agree. Beyond Light has got to be where we go with this. What was the we go into Deep Stone Crypt, we
Deep
know.
Stone Crypt for the
We
raid,
know what
fighting
was it,
Aramis.
Aramis, you know what I'm saying? Fallen houses, the fallen are coming back together and all that. So I don't know if he really fits that. I mean, listen, if he pull up, he pull up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be mad. But I think you're right. I think he has to be spaced out away from this, because we got to know the secrets of the keep. Remember this. Let's be real. The stranger, we haven't seen the stranger in so long.
Yeah.
So she's got to get fleshed out. We have, what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is her season, right?
Yeah.
This is like, yo, we haven't seen you since D1. Like, we got to get answers. What's going on? Why is this meeting of the minds with these weird, strange characters that shouldn't have a lot in common, but we're ready for the darkness? So yeah, I think Outstanding, you gotta stop. He said, I think Eva Lafonte is Savathun. I'm done with him.
If anything, that's going to be, who's the Eververse lady?
Oh, Tess.
I was going to say, if anything, it's Tess. She's the one that tricks her, stealing all her money. Eva Levante is just a nice old lady who runs our events. She's not bad.
I can't believe
I'm calling it season 15, season of redemption.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. And then the last thing too is we forgetting, some major players with the Vanguard, and remember Saint is now here permanently. We got to see his involvement in things. It's the possibilities are so much. But I do agree with you. I think there's just too many characters right now to do his story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like this is like a little mini Infinity War. We got to do his little separate, little story, his own little separate movie in another season prior. the what is it? I always mess up the name. It's not Scarlet Queen. It's
The Witch Queen.
Yes, he gets disgusted. I look at this. Look at him. He gets so mad when I picture it.
There's the Scarlet Keep. If you say Scarlet Witch, we're gonna get DMC'd by Disney. So please don't combine those, or we're gonna get the podcast shut down.
That's what I got. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. We still got Callus. What's going on with Callus?
He's out of here. He's driving away.
Yeah.
Leviathan's outie. The gold barge is no longer going to be on Nessus. When you Zer's going to go back up in his tree.
Let's see.
Where is Zer going to be on Europa? Because now that we're losing a lot of the base planet, or at least we're losing 2 of the base planets where Zer can arrive.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
Did y'all see the thing in the prophecy dungeon about the 9 and the emissary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw it. Okay, I didn't want to talk about it.
The 9, the emissary, the music, that stuff?
No, but what she really cool. Said. Anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about?
If it's in the dungeon, you can say it.
Yeah, the emissary talking from her former awoken self, telling us almost not to trust them. They are undecided or something in regards to the 9. Did you see that?
Who's not decided?
The 9, basically.
You don't have to be vague. Just say it. If you got it in the prophecy dungeon.
It was something to the effect. I saw this on, Orin. As Orin. That's her, I believe, her name.
Okay.
Shout out to Crystal, right? There was some dialogue when you're in the actual forest, the desert.
Yep.
When all the planets, these are ones that's going to be going away. That's kind of prophesizing.
Oh yeah,
right? Just
the name's right.
Amazed know what I'm talking about. Yes. So she's almost on some talking from her regular name, yo, don't trust the 9. That's the vibe I'm getting now. There's some weirdness going on where she broke character. It's something going on. I'm telling y'all right now. The 9, I don't know if they all the way to be trusted with this situation either.
We know very little about them at all, so that'll be interesting.
Do that dungeon. Do that dungeon. There's a lot of questions.
Yes.
That
it's an awesome experience too. But the lore in there is cool.
Do everything. Do your weeklies. Do your weeklies this week before reset, because there's a lot of clues.
Yes. Yep. And the lore has been excellent in tabs. And this is the first season when I get a piece of lore, I'm diving right in. We're gonna see amazing. I don't trust the 9 there, man. I don't know. Yeah, they looking spooky. They looking spooky, man. I don't know, man.
So Crystal coming in with the lore. The emissary was Orin, who was a Sunbreaker Titan who wielded the Maul, which we got back for all Titans. The Burning Maul is Orin's.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. We gotta see. They are a wild card.
Yeah, it's somewhere I remember the 9 in and of themselves aren't overly powerful. They may be more all-knowing or omniscient or anything like that, but they're not per se going to be at a scale of the Darkness or Savathun. They may be weird observers of everything that kind of goes on, and they may have wagers and maybe steer sides, but I don't think per se they're a big worry. Are they to be trusted? Who knows? But I don't think they're as much going to be a giant villain.
The question becomes, what role are they playing in this? You know what I'm saying? In general, and in relationship to the Darkness and a whole bunch of stuff. It's a weird dynamic with them. And then they're helping us. They give us weapons. They don't it's very, very strange. Very strange relationship.
Well, it's the pyramids want to talk with us, but then we've got Savathun trying to stop that. So what's up with the pyramids? How truly evil? Are they just the yin to the yang of the Traveler versus the Darkness? Do you just need to pick a side versus there just being one side? You can go wander down very deep, dark paths of the lore in this game, which is really, really cool. But they seem to be opening a lot more doors than giving us answers right now, which builds to cool stuff. But there's a lot we don't know.
Ton. Trying to find that thing before it closes, but
I was going to say, is there anything else related to this week that I've missed? I feel like we talked a lot, but we also kind of got off on some tangents.
Oh, as Destiny for you.
Oh no, Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows, but yeah, podcast used to be called Flashpoint, and theoretically, Flashpoint would be kind of quick. Our joke was it'd always be Long Point because we'd go so long it was never quick.
It was never
Oh
quick.
goodness.
So it seems to be there was a lot of nice art, the art showcase of people with different who all got all the art emblems. That was really cool. I liked a lot of those. I will say one shout out to me was the plush ribbon that someone made. That was so good. Oh, that was so hilarious. That one's awesome.
I would buy one in a heartbeat.
But yeah, go check out the Bungie store. Go check out the TWAB. Make a donation. Get your little heart emblem and your heart ghost, which is just so cute.
Yeah, I sold out, chat. I tried. I couldn't get my hands on one. I was in stock, but I want that mask.
Yeah, I need that
mask. Yeah,
I need that.
Yeah, the Bungie store is going to be making some money.
All right, says to me, Oren says, trust what you see on your apparel. Trust what you hear on your apparel, including anything you hear from this voice. Why is she breaking protocol? Is she supposed to be the emissary? Like that's the part that's confusing. Like, why is she talking from this perspective? Like she's awoken herself. Like, is she no longer the emissary? Like, what's going on? What is going on? It's weird. A lot of stuff is going to be coming out. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're not even close. What is it? Like I said, this is week 5 this season. We haven't even.
Yeah, we have like 9 lore entries left to go. I think because there's 14 and it's like a 15-week season or something. We got a ways to go.
Yeah,
it's a fact. That is a fact. And did you see the fashion show?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like the fashion show.
I was going to enter, but I got other big stuff coming, so we'll see. I'm gonna leave it a big secret.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, like, as we wrap up, do you want to let them know of any teases of stuff you got coming, or just stay tuned on the Twitters? What do you got coming down the pipe? Well, where can they find you? What do you got coming?
Especially next Friday.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we got a date.
Let them know.
Yeah. Where can everybody find you? What's the best place to track you?
You'll definitely find me. Y'all know me. I'm always on Twitter every day because I work. So I'm on my computer. My Twitter's is always open. And it is twitter.com/ChibiKim is best. Find me there. And, I'm also on the Twitches, as you cool kids call it, but I'm also on Twitch, twitch.tv/ChibiKim. This gaming schedule is a little rough because I work Monday through Fridays, so I usually come home and I probably might start streaming late night, probably around 8 o'clock Central. Weekends, definitely free. Afternoon till whenever I'm tired. But yeah, that's where you'll find me. Find me there on Twitter and Twitch.
Salute. The Resolute one herself.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Chibi. That was.
Thank you for having me. I have a blast. This is this podcast in the morning, and I totally loved it.
Breakfast around the campfire. I'm glad you were able to share it with us.
Hold on. Extra Reset giving me some more emissary lore. I just got to read this. They believe many things that you need to hear, but for all their power, they are no less fallible than Tower Consensus Meeting. It was something to that effect. Yeah, like she was dropping jewels, man. She was dropping jewels. It's deep. I can't wait. This is good stuff.
I just gotta play the Prophecy Dungeon until I hear this one. So.
Yep, I gotta play it. I gotta play it again. But
Solo Flawless, I'm gonna pull my hair out till that one happens.
I was watching you, brother. I was watching you.
Working on it. I had a really stupid death on the boss phase. Like Solo, I know I'll eventually get there. I just got to put a good boss phase together. But Flawless, man, that's going to take some practice because there's a lot of. I did the cube room on my 3rd try when my brother had to go do something, and then I tried this time, and it took a lot longer. So Flawless is. I'm going to have to get some practice in before that one. Even the attempt start trying just running solo over and over just to get used to it.
You inspired me to farm my Last Wish raid chest so I can get those damn taken armaments. Because I will need those.
Those are really, really helpful. And now they actually dropped it. If you do a solo, you get a ghost. And if you do a flawless, you get a sparrow, both of which are very cool. And if you do the solo flawless, you'll just get both of them. So you don't have to do a solo flawless, but if you finish it solo, you get a cool ghost. It's like a neon rabbit. Go look it up. It's actually really, really cool.
I want that one.
Yeah, so solo dungeon is definitely aspirational.
Yes.
Yep.
Rabbit. I'm going for it.
Gotta get it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely go get some solo practice. The dungeon is dungeon's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Cognito, what do you got coming up, sir?
Yeah.
Iron Lord of the Round Table.
Lords of the Realm. Yeah, you already know. So first of all, again, salute Chibi for coming through. Absolute fun guest. I'm so proud. I'm actually honored that we're the first podcast that she's ever been on. That's cool. So we can say that. We can say that.
Proud.
So very proud. Very cool story. Awesome. Yeah, for me, at Lord Cognito on Twitter, you already know what it is. I Lord Podcast every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube or Twitch. Is the Lord's Day. Big guest this week. We will have the principal programmer of Gears Tactics. So Giuseppe Navadia. And he has worked on a lot of stuff. He works at Splash Damage, so he's done the PC port from that. He's worked on games. There you go, Dad. He's worked on games like Batman Arkham, the Gears of War franchise. He's tons of franchises. Wolfenstein. So Splash Damage is a company on the rise. They not only do they have their own IPs, they actually also help on a lot of the bigger games that come out. So that'll be this Sunday. We'll have them in the realm. So come check that out. We'll also talk about gaming, all the latest Sony deals with Epic Games and maybe Xbox with WB. It's a lot going on.
No, it's like the fall and the holidays, man. There's not going to be enough time to do any of the stuff that we want to do.
You're a gamer.
Yes, if you're a gamer, that's why I was so happy Cyberpunk got delayed out of September. Keep it away from my Destiny.
I'll take, let me get my Destiny month or two in there because I'm going to need it.
Exactly. And of course, please support lordsofgaming.net. Really appreciate all the support from the articles, all that stuff. And that's what I got. That's what I got. E, what about you?
So for me, first off, shout out to my Chrono Trigger sister.
Woo!
That is, yeah. You're honestly inspiring me to try and get my playthrough in there at some point. I want to keep going back through it again, but I'm always so busy with other stuff. But
I know.
I don't know if you've reinvigorated me to try and get this going. And on top of that, so shout out, thank you, had a blast, so much fun, and glad we made it work. And glad, hey, work is pressing you real hard so you can do a podcast with us from the office, from the corner executive office. I love that we made that happen.
I love it.
But yeah, for me, to know where to find me, Ebontis everywhere, you guys know, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Be working on who knows what in this game, most likely until next Friday on the 17th. Ghosts come out, so I'll be working to try and get through that one. But also next week, our guest, it is going to be Zoe TTV. So she's actually streaming right now. So we are going to go raid Zoe. Say hey to her. So hang out and chat as we wrap this thing up. I'll send you guys over so you can say hey to our guest who's going to be on next week. So she's over in, I want to say UK. So she's across the pond. So she'll be joining us for a nice afternoon campfire, but breakfast for us. But yeah, honestly, thank you guys. It's been awesome. Chat, you guys have been on fire. So thank you for hanging out with us. So make sure you go send some love over to Zoe as soon as we wrap up this one. We will raid you guys over there. But it's been an amazing episode 111. Continue climbing that number. It's been awesome. So July 10th, Chibi, thank you very much. It has been awesome. Cognito, as always, the co-host of greatness here.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you guys. So for this episode, it has been
the last word.